Hello and welcome to the Microsoft project video series. In this project, in this video series, what we are going to learn is how to use Microsoft project to manage our project most effectively. How do we plan, manage, track, report on our projects, and this will be totally lab exercise driven. So this will help you to leverage Microsoft project to its maximum benefit, and it will help you to stay in better control of your project. So let's start the topic. So what we'll do here, we'll start off with navigating the Microsoft project software. We'll understand the basic layout, and then we'll go to the exercises wherein we set up our task, where we will create our resources pool, where we'll do task relationships, where we'll set up and create the project schedule. So we'll try and create a project management plan using Microsoft project. So let's begin with navigating the entire software first. So if you are using Microsoft project, if it is installed in your PC, then you can go to your start menu, your program files, and under Microsoft Office applications you can find Microsoft project. So I'm using Microsoft project 2016, so I'll just open Microsoft project 2016. So you can this video will also help you to use Microsoft project 2013 or 10 also, but ideally I would suggest why not learn the latest edition always whenever there is an update available. So as soon as I open Microsoft project, this is what we get first view. So in this view, if you see, I have on the right hand side I have a blank project, and then options are given, new from existing project, and then certain templates are given. And on the other side I have something recent, which shows the files on which I have recently worked on. So if I have to create a project plan, what I can do, I can use any of these templates. Like if I'm working on a software development project, I can open the software development plan. If I'm working on any construction project, I can work on the construction project plan, and so on. So it will template always helps me to start from a base rather than starting from scratch, and it enables me to make some changes in the existing templates so that I don't miss out on key activities or key jobs that I have to do to perform this project plan. So starting with a template is always beneficial. However, you can also start with a blank project, or if you have any other existing projects in your SharePoint or any other source, you can take that also as well. Like if you have your task list in Excel, then you can take it from Excel. If you have it in SharePoint, you can take it from SharePoint, and so on. Microsoft project's best advantage is that it integrates very well with other Microsoft applications, so integration becomes easier. You can take import data from your Excel very easily, so we'll learn all those things as well. So let's start with navigating the software. So I'll just use the templates. I'll use the software development plan templates. I'll click on this, and this dialog box opens in front of me, wherein the template preview is given, and then it asks me to create, and then there is an option called start date, which by default will take today's date as the start date. So I'll just click on create so that the template opens in front of me. Now as soon as the template opens in front of me, this view that I get, wherein on the left hand side I have certain tasks written and their duration and start and finish, and if I go to the right hand side of this window, I have certain graphical representation of all these tasks again. Like if I expand it, I can have a more detailed view. I'll expand scope. So you see all these tasks are again denoted in a time phase manner in a graphical way. This view that I have is called the Gantt chart view. This is the default view and that Microsoft uses when it opens for the first time when you're using it. You can change the default settings anytime if you wish. So this is the Gantt chart view that I have. Now in this window I have two parts which are open. At the top part I have a report which is open, which is again a graphical view of the same. So this is what you get when you open the Gantt chart view. By default will come this graphical view. You will not get as a default view. This is what I have, the template I have saved it in this way. This is coming here. Then if you go at the top, there are certain options where you have save, undo, redo, and then print preview. This section is called the quick access toolbar. It certainly has options which are most frequently used by the planner or the scheduler or the project manager while working in Microsoft project. I can add more options here. Then at the bottom I have certain tabs like file, task, resource, report, project, view, format. and under that I have certain other group of options. Like under tasks I have group of options like view, clipboard, font, schedule, tasks, insert, properties, editing. Under resource, as soon as I click on the resource tab, certain changes. Under report I have all the reporting groups. Under project I have all the project related options. And under view, like Gantt chart is a view, there are multiple other views. I can format the views, I can decide what exactly to display in the columns of these views using the view tab. And then under format tab I can use the basic formatting of the various views that might be required while reporting, while analyzing the project schedule. So this bar where we have these tabs, and along with that the option is called the ribbon bar. So let us now quickly navigate through these options. So first let's go to file. As I click on file, it takes me to a view. This is called the backstage view, where I have the basic project information on the right hand side, start date, finish date, schedule, project calendar. And on the left hand side I have various other options like save as, print, share, export. And then I have something called options. If I click on the options, another dialog box opens which talks about project options. Herein I have all the default settings of this Microsoft project application. So under general I have options like date format, which default view you want to have when you open the project file for the first time. So Gantt chart with timeline is given. Then under display I have which currency format I am using, the currency symbols. Then under schedule I have basic time format, the hours in a week starts on, and other schedule related options, default settings, and so on. I'll keep on having all these options which I may need to customize based on my requirements of the project. Then again, earlier we talked about quick access toolbar, where we had these options. So you can add more options from the quick access toolbar here. And if you want to customize the ribbon bar, you can add more tabs here, like I have task, resources, report. You can add more tabs, create your own tab, add more options. So you can customize your ribbon bar again using the project options, default options. You can make changes there. So this is what the file tab does, the basic backstage view with the default options. Then on the task tab I have group of options like view. So if I click on this drop down, I can see there are multiple other views which I might be using while working in the project plan. Then there is a group of options called clipboard, which consists of options like cut, copy, paste, which everybody is using day in day out when I use different Microsoft applications. Similarly with font group, the schedule group is specific to Microsoft project. This is mainly used to schedule your progress, when to mark your percentages complete while you are executing the project. Then there is a task group. When you're creating tasks, you might create it in manual schedule mode and auto schedule mode. We'll discuss this in our subsequent topics. What are the different types of task modes you have and when to use which one. Then you can inspect if there are any additional information or errors or alerts given in a task. You can use them to inspect. So all your warnings, suggestions also will be given under inspect. If you want to move a task, then move option is there. If you want to insert task, then there is an insert group options, and then additional information comes from the properties section. And then under editing I have find, clear, and all those options. So all these options I have under the task tab. As soon as I click on resource, the resources options do come in front of me, and if you see some options are disabled, this is because I am in a Gantt chart view, which is typically a task related view. So I might go to a resource view, and in that I'll see these options also will get enabled. So I'll just change the view. So I'll go to something called resource sheet. So as soon as I clicked on resource sheet, you see some of these views have opened. So let me close one of the windows here, this graph. So if I have to close one of the windows here, so I'll just go to view and uncheck the details box, and then again go to view and click on resource sheet. So I have now just the resource sheet open in front of me, where all the resources and their information is given. Now if I go to resources tab, I can see add resources an option, additional information I can add, leveling options are there. When resources are located, I can use level options. Then there is a section called report, which has all the different types of reports, like dashboards will have project overview, cost overview. Then I have resources typical to resources. Then I have reports related to cost and progress reports. So if I just click on any of them, let's say I'll just go to project overview, then it shows me the project overview dashboard, wherein I have the percentage complete, phase wise complete, milestones. So all this information will get populated when I start executing the project. So report tab is generally used for reporting dashboards. I can cut, copy, paste this in any PPT or any other format. Again, you create a new report also, but the type of reports that Microsoft Project provides are more than sufficient. Then if I go to project tab, I have all the project related. Again, these some of the options are disabled because I'm in a report view, so I might change the view to something let's say Gantt chart. And then if I go to project view, then all these options do come in front of me, which are specific to projects, while setting a baseline, project information, changing your project working calendar, and so on. Then under view tab, you have all these highlights, different views are available, highlight sections are available. Then under format, we have all these color format, what all fields you want to display on the graph side. By checking on critical tasks or Slack, I can have the graphs shown. Like if I check on critical tasks, it will show some of the activities are in red, which that means these are critical, that means they cannot be delayed. If they are delayed, my project date will get shifted from its base date as of now. So these are the format tabs, again used for basic reporting, tracking, analyzing, presenting mainly. So this is your basic navigation. Now what I am using is Microsoft Project Professional version. So you also have Microsoft Project Standard version, but Microsoft Project Professional is generally used if you want to connect it to a server, project server, if you want to publish it in a server or project online. That Project Professional is the one which is used. So how do you check which is Project Professional? So if I just go to project tab and click on project information, this enterprise custom field section is coming, right? This is only a feature which is available for professionals. So these are some of the ways which you can check whether your version is, if this field is not coming enterprise, then it's a standard version that you're using. So these are some of the quick ways to check which version you are using if you're not well versed with how to check versions. So this is one quick way you can do it. So this is the basic navigation that you read. So if you want to change views, like again I'll show it to you. View, you can go to various views that are available. More views, so there are multiple views that are available. Now in this view, I have the Gantt chart with the duration, start and finish. Let's say I want to display cost information here. I don't want to change the view to any other view, but change the columns to cost column. So under view tab itself, under tables, I can change it to cost, wherein the columns gets changed, but whereas the view is still Gantt chart. So go to back to entry. So this is the basic introduction, the basic navigation. So in the subsequent topics, what we'll do, we'll start off with a blank project. We'll create a list of tasks, we'll sequence them, and we'll try to create a project plan. So that's it for this topic. Thank you very much.